Hello everyone, welcome to Noble Creative Tutorials. Today we have a new motion graphics tutorial in our series, and I will show you how to create a procedural ECharts liquid fill in Adobe After Effects without using any third-party plugins. So create your composition and let's get started. So after create your composition, we're going to create a shape layer using the pen tool. So hold shift and create a line here. Let's rename these to waves and open these contents here. And going to rename shape here to wave 1. Remove the fill and stroke. We got stroke width. And here we have wave. So we can change the amount here and you can see what's going on. We have covered that in previous tutorials, but now we're going to use it differently. So let's create a null here and rename these to control, and we're going to create slider control here. So basically I'm going to rename these to percentage here, and what I'm going to do here is link these stroke width to these slider control here, and you can see now we can just use that as you see here. And then I'm going to link here these wavelength to these stroke width. And then what I'm going to do here is multiply these by 20 plus a value here. And so you can see what's going on here. So for example, if we go to these and put 0, you can see, and 100, you can see we got full. So we're going to move these shape layer here. So we have the anchor point. We're going to Control Alt Home, and you can see the anchor point just jump right here. So let's just move these right here below the comp here, and you can see now when we move that, you can see what's going on here. Just link that together. And then here we're going to link wave as well. So we're going to create slider for it, and that's going to be wave 1. And we're going to link these just for controlling things easily here. So let's have these 50 for example. So we're going to create phase using times 80 plus value here. And so now we can see we have that moving. So now we can just use control here, animate that from 0 to 100, and you can see here what's going on. So let's preview this. Actually this needs to be 0 here, and maybe here changing these a little bit, put it right there, and let's preview this. So I see the animation is very straightforward here. So let's create a new slider control here, and this is going to be opacity 1, and we're going to link here the opacity here. Doing the same thing, very straightforward. Set that to 100, and I'm going to duplicate the waves here, and I'm going to look for phase. So here I'm going to change here the values and just offset these value here. So maybe this one I'm going to put that to 50 and just offset these. And also we need to change colors here. So let's look for color, and here I have this color palette, so we can actually use that very easily to pick colors. And then basically here on controller, we're going to duplicate these as well, and then I'm going to update these here. So opacity 2 and wave 2 here. And this one is going to be 3 and wave 3. Okay, so now we can change opacity from control. So maybe this is going to be 50, just randomizing these. Very straightforward, as you see here. Animation is very straightforward. Maybe here we can change now the waves, and also we still can just change the phase here. Let's just change that so we can have really some random values here. Okay, so and now what I'm going to do basically to make these look even better. So let's create here another shape. Just double click here so we can have a white circle. Hit S. Let's make it a little bit smaller here. Let's make these a guide layer here. And then on the shape layer here, I'm going to set these to stencil luma, and then we're going to let's make it a little bit bigger here. And let's preview this. So now we have some kind of very cool looking here, as you see. And right here at the end, we can actually just add more to that or less. So just depend. Can actually move at the beginning the whole shape layer. This one, the waves. Basically, you can see it here. Okay, so now I want to make these a little bit have some variation on the waves. So right here, I'm going to add turbulence displace, and you can see what's going on here. So here, if we animate the offset, you can see we got some very cool dynamic looking right there. So we're going to do that basically. So let's just add expression here to the offset. So here I'm going to add, just pick up the second one, and you're going to have these. So first let's add slider control, and this is going to be speed. And so let's just rename these X, and we're going to pick up these to these speed. And so here we're going to replace this with X, multiply that by time. And the second one, we're just going to have the second array of the turbulence offset here. So basically now it's set to 0, and basically we need another bracket here. And so now it's set to 0, and if we can move these more, you can see what's going on. So if we crank out that, it's going to be so fast and moving. Let's preview to see how this looks like. Okay, that's look pretty cool. So we can even add more to that. So you can see here how the value just got really high. And it's going to be very fast. So we don't want to go that fast, but you're just trying to show you the difference here. So I'm just going to keep that 500 maybe for now. So, and now we want to add the actual number that's going to change according to the animation here. So what I'm going to do here, let's just type here 100%, and let's just center that right here. Let's make it a little bit smaller. So basically here we're going to go to the text, source text, and basically here, let's just put it right here. And so here we're going to just link these to the percentage, and basically it's going to give us these numbers here. So we're going to add a math. So let's just remove this and add a variable v equal math period round. So we're going to round the numbers, and basically right there we're going to pick up that to the slider percentage here. Let's add another parentheses right there. So now we have that animating. So you can see the same value here. So basically what we want to do here is when it is empty, we want to change these to empty. And when it's, for example, like around certain value, we want that to tell us it's full or empty. So we can do that. So here I'm going to add another text. And here let's put that to empty. And let's make it smaller just for reference here. And just duplicate these. Let's put it right here. This is going to be full. And let's put these two guide layers. And then what I'm going to do here is create variables here. So this is going to be T1 equal. So we're going to open here the text, source text for both. So for this one, T1 is going to be for empty. So we're going to pick up that and then add this one going to be the T2 equal the second one. So now we can see how that actually changed to just one text. But we want to actually here just have condition to say when it is, for example, 5%, we want that to be said empty, and when it's 90 to tell us it's full. So here we're going to create a condition here. So let's just type the value v less than 10. So going to add question mark here. So that value is going to be v equal T1 and colon. Otherwise, it's going to be v equal T2. And right here, you can see here we have the animation. And basically, we got like when it is less than 10, tell us that it is empty or full, but we want actually to tell us that when it is animating here, when it is in between, to give us actual value here. So we're going just to adjust this. So let's just open parentheses here. And so here we want to say when the v is greater than 90, for example, we want to have here a value of v equal T2. Otherwise, we want the v equal the actual value here, which is v. So let's close the parentheses there. And so now it is animating here. And when it's going to reach 90, and then it's going to tell us it's full. So very straightforward way. So now here, let's just remove these and just like here using that. So we want to create min max values here. So let's add slider control. It's going to be minimum and another one is going to be maximum here. So let's just create values here. So m equal minimum and v or capital M equal the maximum here. So we have min and max. So here we're going to just replace these values or variables here. So now we can go for 20 and 80. So when it is less than 20, it's empty and it is full. So now we can change these to minimum and actually maximum here. So as you see now, it's really everything is linked, and that's look pretty cool. So as you see, that look nice. So here we need to add actual percentage here. So let's just keep these animating here from 0 to 100. So basically right here, we want to add percentage right there. So basically we can do that, just add plus, add a string here, and that's going to be the percentage right there, and it's going to update that for us. So you can use whatever here, values, as you see here. So you can just change maybe a cubic meter here. So when it is, for example, we want to use cubic meters, I think it is in this example here, like for this one, it is different to use subscripts or superscripts on expression. There's so many different ways, but here I'm going to show you so many different ways as well. So the first way is to create that using the expression, just type it right here. Otherwise, what you actually need to do is, let's say you want to animate these characters as well. So here I'm going to add a new slider control, and this is going to be code 1, duplicate that, and right here I'm going to add a new value in1 equal string period from car code. And you can see here, if we type a value, let's say a value here, a number, and actually let's just remove these and add in1 right there. You can see here it's update. So let's just add here 37. We got that character right there. So here we're going to add another value here and to equal string period from car code, and then I'm going to use C2, and this is going to be C1. So this is going to be variables. So C1 equal these code, and the same for the second one here. So basically now we can just type here, and it's going to add that for us. So I think we need to add here plus into. So now we have two characters right there. So in case you want something like that, cubic meter here, so you got it, everything works. You need some maybe other things, currencies and stuff, you can go for it. So here you can even add more to that. In case here, basically, if you type here M3 and we want to use the second character here as superscript, so let's just actually use the second one as superscript here, and then just copy that and paste it right here. You actually see it's not going to work. So in case you need to just copy that right here, you need actually to use a character map. You don't need to actually copy and paste that from the web or anything else. So here I'm going to hit copy, and then right here, if I paste that, it's going to paste and respect that. So here we got a few different characters. You can just select that, copy, and just paste it right here, and it's going to work for you. But here we got the rig, and for some reason some of these characters are not showing up here. So I think it's After Effects problem in this case. So basically here you just need to type the value once, and there you go, in case you want to animate that. And on character map, if we actually choose here currencies or something you need to know the keystroke here, you can see right there what it is, and just change that. And for example, this currency doesn't render for some reason here. So if we go for dollar, doesn't have, and let's see, try this one. It works. So for some reasons, some characters not showing up. So just to keep in mind what you can do and what solutions you have. So this fix, if you want to go for that right there. So here you can actually add space plus if you need it between right there. Let's remove that. So as you can see here, things look pretty cool. And for the text, we can add set mattes and just select the waves and vert matte here. So basically when it's reaching that, you can see here we got some nice look curving that values or changing the look of the text. So now you can go for different looks using the same here as you see, and here we got so many different ones using the same techniques here. So you can animate or just keep that. So here we have few shapes. Let's copy that and then just basically just copy the shape here. Let's just turn off these, copy that, let's center these, and let's make it bigger, and let's make the comp also a little bit big. So here I'm going to choose, let's actually get rid of stroke and put that to stencil Luma here. So you get the idea what you can do with these actually here. So now we can go to waves, change here complexity maybe to 2.5, change here size, and play with this for different looks as you see here. Very cool. And also you can choose here different displacement types, so you can get some really cool looks. So maybe this too much amount here, just 1.5. Well, you get the idea here, and everything is set up. So you can see here, you can just do so many cool stuff here with these. You can just go for, let's see here, this one. For example, this animation here. All you need to do here is basically multiply the phase by -1 and just offset the values here just to create something cool here. Got so many different cool stuff. Just change the shape, animate the values or whatever you want. So that's it, guys. Hope you find this tutorial very useful for you as always. And if you have any questions, just comment and I will do my best to be responsive. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials coming soon. And thank you for watching.